This is how you actually heal your anxious attachment style and become secured in your relationships. The only way to actually do that is not by distracting yourself more by buying things, doing hobbies. You have to understand this life is all about getting to know the truth of who you are through a series of life lessons. And surprisingly, most of the life lessons that you experience comes directly from your romantic relationships, because you can only attract a direct reflection of who you are, because your romantic relationships is a direct mirror of who you are, and you can only be in a relationship with someone who have met themselves as deep as you've met yourself. The first step to successfully heal your anxious attachment style, if you must understand how to see patterns in your relationships and learn how to shift your gaze into recognizing lessons in your life amidst the chaos happening at the moment. Remember this, where there is pain, there needs redirection. Where there is pain, nandoon yung kailangan ng redirection. Where there is pain, there is the redirection. So anong ibig sabihin? Kaya ganyan pa rin yung situation mo sa relationship mo and walang nagbabago because you have been operating in autopilot, wherein yan yung mindset mo for years and nothing has been changing. That's why the only reason why you're experiencing pain, because that's the time where you need to shift gears and change your approach. When you position yourself as the mother of your man, you leave your role as his lover vacant. So for example, you keep on nagging on your partner kasi hindi mo nakukuha yung deserve mo. 'Di ba? Sinasabi mo sa kanya, ito yung kailangan mong gawin. Kung sino man yung karelasyon nyo, yan yung pinaka bare minimum, ladies. Dapat alam na nila yan. Kasi dapat yan lalaki na yan, napalaki na siguro siya ng tama ng magulang niya. Kung hindi, natutunan niya na yan in his own life journey with his own life lessons. That's why nag-mature din tong lalaking to. Therefore, he knows how to act right and treat you right. Hindi ikaw yung magtuturo pa lang sa kanila niya. Dapat alam na nila yan. That's why it's never your job to mother. Kasi hindi mo yung trabaho. Kaya nga mother Ikaw ba yung mother? Kung wari, you've been in situations wherein pinagtiyagaan mo siya. Kasi ang intindi mo sa wag ka magnag, wag ka mag-mothering is to not say your concerns. Darling, that's the biggest misconception of them all. Yan yung hindi naiintindihan ng most ladies, diba? Nami-misinterpret ng ladies na ang nagging is maingay ka lang, daldal ka ng daldal. They think na if they say it softly, they say it calmly, hindi na yun nagging. Darling, the definition of nagging is telling them what to do as if they don't have their own mind to decide for themselves. Di mo kailangan silang i-instruct. Di mo kailangan bantayan kung gagawin ba talaga nila or not. It goes to my second point is stopping the pattern. The only thing you can control in your life is yourself and how the direction of your life can go. Yan yung pinaka main principle sa lahat ng tao. Ibig sabihin, kung ganun yung mindset nating lahat, anong implication nun? You have to respect that they have their own life lessons. They have their own journey in life. Kailangan mong irespeto na individual na tao din siya. Hindi niya pa yun natututunan. Pwedeng ikaw, nakikita mo kung ano yung hindi niya ginagawa kasi hindi niya pa natututunan yung lesson na yun and ikaw nanggaling ka na dun. Kaya nga kaya mo siyang i-dictate, kaya mo siyang i-mother kasi you've literally been in his shoes and siya nakikita mong hindi niya pa yun natututunan and hindi mo obligasyon na ikaw yung magtuturo nun. Because it's a life lesson. They are the ones who needs to experience it on their own timing in their own life. Okay? So if you keep on telling them what to do and you've already seen na wala kang nakukuhang benefits doon, even if you tried the gentle approach, even if you tried the gentle nag, hindi gumagana, ang kailangan mong baguhin is yung sarili mo. You didn't actually change your approach by making your tone gentle. Kasi what you did is siya yung variable na tinry mong baguhin. Andun ka pa rin sa, you are literally in the same alley just a different flavor. Okay? Para kang, ang ginagawa mo, lagi kang nagjo-juice, di gumagana yung strawberry, so nagmango ka, pero naka-juice ka pa din. Nagigets mo? Kailangan mo magkape. Kailangan mo magkape naman, okay? A total different approach to stop the pattern and get different results, okay? So, sasabihin mo siguro sa akin, so paano niya malalaman kung ano yung gusto ko? Paano niya malalaman kung ano yung deserve ko? Diba? You're just gonna say it once and then you're gonna leave it up to them. You say it once, hindi ko nagustuhan nung sinabi mo sa akin to. I would love it if you do this for me. Hindi yung you're gonna give him instructions, 'di ba? Kasi you have to understand that you literally chose this man, a grown-ass man who have their own mind na kayang mag-isip for themselves and make decisions for themselves. So, ibig sabihin, you have to trust your man that he can do it by you just saying isang beses, by you just saying it one time. You are in a relationship, hopefully, with an individual that is as mature as you or even more mature than you, hopefully so. That's why you can both do individual decisions wherein meron kang trust sa partner mo na matanda na yan. Kaya niya, marunong siyang gumawa ng sarili niyang desisyon na hindi mo siya kailangan bantayan. Therefore, nakakapag-relax ka and you actually focus on things in your life wherein it improves your life, ladies. Not nakabantay ka sa kanya 24/7 kung tatratuhin ka na ba niya ng tama for the first time, finally. Okay? Stop the pattern. Because nothing changes if nothing changes, darling. So ngayon, if you change who you are, and if you stop mothering or nagging, right? And hindi nagbago, then that's out of your control. Naintindihan na natin na not to nag. Because nagging never really solves anything. It never really makes them step up. And it never really actually heals your anxious attachment style. In fact, it worsens your anxious attachment style. So kung naintindihan mo na yon, which leads me to number 3 is forming a new identity by consistently reinforcing the new behavior that is aligned to your new goal. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin? A high value woman knows her worth. She knows it's either it's him or it's not. Darling, it's either it's you or you're not, di ba? Literally. Alam mo yon, hindi ikaw ang mag-fix sa kanya. He should have entered your life fixed and functioning well already. Hindi ikaw ang mag-a-assemble niyan. Hindi ka bumili sa IKEA, darling. Okay? So it's either it's him or it's not. A high-value woman knows na if it's not him, then there will be someone else that will. Okay, what do I say in my TikTok video? Step up or step aside. Ganun ang mindset, darling. A high-value woman, merong abundance mindset. Okay, hindi sila lack mindset. They're not in a scarcity mindset wherein, oh my God, maybe this is the best option I can get in my life because for the longest time, no one actually chose me or respect me. Baka ito na yung the best shot I can get. That's literally the lies from the pits of hell. You start labeling yourself as the woman that never nags. You are now the woman that knows her worth. You are now the woman who is already secured within herself. And ang gagawin nyo, iisipin nyo, what type of mindset does this woman have? You start to think and move differently because you are now embodying the woman that is secured within herself. She doesn't mother because she knows it's not her job. Kailangan ganun na yung isip mo. Even if hindi pa, darling, that's the thing with all of these. You can never be someone you wanna be if you keep on putting distance from who you are right now and who you wanna be. You creating that distance na acting as if cannot happen kasi hindi ka pa naman talaga yun and nagpapakahipokrito ka, then you're just actually putting more distance for you to be who you actually wanna become. So ngayon, anong gagawin mo? Anong itsura nun? I don't care if kailangan mo ng notebook para isulat na I am someone who never nags. I'm someone who never mutters. I'm someone who knows her worth. Kasi that's how you reprogram yourself by reminding and reinforcing the new behavior that is aligned to your goal. You have to be consistent with that personality. Because when you stay in that personality for as long as you can, for as long as possible, it gets embedded in your subconscious because you have now created a new personality. It ties in with number one, recognizing lessons. Kasi if you're anxiously attached, 9 times out of 10, your lesson is you never really learned how to choose yourself. You never really learned how to honor your own emotions kasi you keep on assisting everyone else but yourself. End up, you became hyper vigilant sa emotions ng partner mo na nane-neglect mo na yung sarili mong emotions at sarili mong kagustuhan, sarili mong standards at respeto sa sarili mo. That's why your energy is erratic and all over the place because nasanay ka ngang abangan kung anong magiging reaction nila sa'yo. Diba? And 9 times out of 10 with ladies that have anxious attachment style has low self-esteem, lack self-worth within themselves. They lack worthiness. They feel like they're not worthy of love. They never been chosen. Their parents never chose them. That's why it engraves something in their subconscious for them to settle with the next Joe that just likes them. Alam mo yon, it says in their mind, it's okay to settle with someone that likes them kasi for the longest time, they never felt like they're likable. Okay? Diba? Kaya you can only form a new identity by, what did I say? By reinforcing the new behaviors aligned to your new goal. Okay? Which leads me to number 4. Now, you have graduated from the lesson and have finally leveled up. Congratulations! Diba? Ganun lang kasimple. Graduating and leveling up is just a byproduct of doing step 1, 2, and 3. And the truth is, ladies, most women never level up or change because they have never learned their lesson in the first place. That's why you can come to a reunion and only 2 scenarios can come up. It's either they tell you, Uy, ganyan ka pa rin, hindi ka pa rin nagbabago. Darling, dapat natatakot ka pag yan yung sinabi nila, right? O kaya, second, there's something different about you. Parang may nagbago sa'yo, hindi ko maintindihan, pero parang iba ka ngayon. Yan yung dapat hinahabol nyo, ladies, alright? Because what they sense off of you is the energetic work you've done in the background, darling. Because when you heal yourself, when you actually learn how to recognize the lessons in your life and actually learn from it, it changes something within you to the point that even if you don't speak, your presence and your energy itself talks inside a room and everybody feels it. And this is the hard truth, ladies. You are not leveling up in your life. It's because there is an active lesson in your life right now. Kung saan ka nakaupo ngayon, pinapanood mo ko, that you haven't learned yet. It's either you still haven't seen it, you haven't recognized it. That's why you haven't learned from it until now. And the thing is, when you don't learn life lessons, you never get exempted by escaping it, by letting time heal you, or by adding a digit in your age. Like I said, maturity never comes with age. You can only mature, gain wisdom, and level up with the amount of life lessons you pass within your life. The more lessons you learn, the more maturity, and the more you become a high-value woman. Ladies, I want the best for you. This is literally your wake-up call. If you have a recurring pattern in your relationships right now, probably the first time the lessons first started to introduce itself in your life, nagsimula pa, let's say, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, ever since nagkaroon ka ng jowa, nung 18 ka pa lang, nung 21 ka pa lang, ganito yung treatment na nakukuha mo. There is something wrong right there, alright? Hindi ka dapat makampante na ganyan. That will continue to recur kasi hindi mo natututunan yung lesson. There's something you're not doing. That's why it's recurring. Kasi hindi mo pa natututunan yung lesson. I have clients late 20s to as old as late 40s and their lesson never changes. It's because what usually happens, the lesson remains and nadadagdagan ka lang ng edad. And the scary part of that, even if years pass by and you never learn that lesson, the lesson keeps in play until you learn from it, because the value comes after you learning from that lesson. You have to pass the lesson first in order to get the value off of it. That's why if you're in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, start right now and take a hold of your life, because I want the best for you. I know how this goes. I was someone that came from being severely anxiously attached, and I wouldn't be able to teach this sa inyo if I hadn't healed myself. So I know what works, what actually works, because I done it myself. I know na kung hindi ko i-heal yung anxious attachment style ko before, I know that the lesson will just keep on playing itself. That's why I want the best for you, ladies, because I don't want you to still experience this pag 30s o 40s ka na. Darling, sayang ang buhay. Imbes na ginagamit mo yung energy mo on improving yourself and building your own business or discovering your life purpose or putting your energy in your passions in life, nasasayang yung energy mo kakaiyak sa pagiging malungkot, sa pagiging anxious about your partner because they can't even treat you right. I want you to realize how much years in your life yung nasasayang just because you are accepting na ganyan yung buhay mo. You are just accepting na ganyan yung circumstances mo. That is unacceptable, especially if you already know or you have an idea how you can actually heal and change that. Okay? But ladies, when you actually get to heal yourself with life lessons, you increase in your frequency and you gain wisdom, wherein in that level, you can only attract a man in that high valueness. Nagigets nyo ba yun? By universal law, it is impossible for you to experience the same situations that you just left. Bakit? Because you've already learned and graduated from that life lesson. So by universal law, you already increased in your frequency kasi natutunan mo na yung lessons. Therefore, you gain maturity and discernment and wisdom to create better decisions. That's what happens mentally. And iba pa, yung nangyayari energetically and spiritually within your aura, wherein by universal law, it just cannot happen that you can still attract douchebags kasi nga, you've risen in frequency. Hindi na kayo match. You wouldn't be able to be attracted to them even if they came in your vicinity. Naiintindihan mo? The level of healing you do to yourself becomes the second layer of protection. Kasi first protection is God. Second layer is the actual work you do within yourself. So yeah, to recap this masterclass on how to heal your anxious attachment self is first you have to learn how to shift your gaze into recognizing life lessons in your life right now amidst the chaos. Second is you have to stop the pattern because nothing changes if nothing changes. And third is forming a new identity by consistently reinforcing the new behavior that is aligned to who you want to be. You keep that behavior and mindset for so long, and you're inevitably gonna graduate and level up. So, gawin mo yon step 1, 2, and 3, and imposibleng hindi mo mahil yung anxious attachment style mo, darling. You're inevitably gonna get the byproduct, which is you're gonna graduate and level up from the lesson that was recurring in your life before. So, ngayon pa lang, I congratulate you, ladies, because now you hold the key on how to actually start healing yourself. Stop procrastinating and take action right now. Otherwise, months will pass by and magugulat ka, New Year na naman, darling. New Year na naman. And new me kaya. Diba? The truth is, you don't have to be ready in order to act on something that is important to you. You don't have to feel ready or you don't need to know step by step what to do in order for you to actually take action on something that matters to you. The truth is, all you have to do is move and start something right now to create a change in your life. So stop procrastinating, darling. Take action right now and book a one-on-one session with me, and I'll give you the best solution on how to graduate from your specific lesson and actually start healing your anxious attachment style. And finally, level up into being a high-value woman. So that's about it in this masterclass, darling. I hope this helps, and most importantly, i-apply nyo, darling. So click the link below and I'll talk to you soon.